fine. I just wonder what's going on.
Yeah, no, just recording some content.
That's good.
That's what. Thank you.
Yes.
And what are you saying? You working today?
Yeah, got that little lorry over there. I'd come home. I've got trapped nerve. And it's been really playing me up today. I had to come home.
I'm so sorry about that.
Make sure you take some rest, man.
Yeah, take it easy.
I've got hospital next week, but I've already had injections in the back and it didn't work.
Oh, did they give you steroids?
Really, but you know, this country's
I know.
It's a mess. But make sure you get some rest, okay?
Yeah, oh, I do. I've just come back from France fishing.
Oh, I'm trying
One fish in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy. You know, I want to do fishing one day. So one day you're gonna take me fishing. How about that?
Yeah.
It's hard though.
Yeah, I'm not too
The
surprised.
weather was real rubbish.
Oh, what a shame.
But I think we had 3 days of nice weather.
Okay.
Rain every day.
rained.
They were suffering bad in France with rain.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, all the crops are getting soaked.
That's not good. Not good for business.
I wonder what was going on.
Just shooting some content, but honestly, hope you have a lovely day, man.
Alright.
Lovely seeing you, man. Cool.
Well, what an introduction.
Yeah,
what
man.
an introduction, Adejosh. How you feeling?
I'm Gucci. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man.
Welcome to the block.
The block. Where are we?
You're in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Dagenham.
Jesus. Dagenham.
Trust me.
Dagenham.
Yeah, man.
So is this where you grew up then?
Yeah, this is the ends, man. Few people, few locals. Yeah, man. We've seen everything happen here. Everything.
When
The
you
good,
say
the bad, and
everything-
ugly.
Okay, tell me one good and tell me one bad.
One good girls, one bad girls.
Don't do that. Don't do that. We're not the problem. We're not the problem, actually. We're not actually not the problem.
Can't you see this is a peaceful block? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Peaceful, you know what I'm saying? You can even hear the birds chirping, everything. But yeah, no,
This
man.
is where you grew up.
Yeah,
So
this
how
is
was
where
it
we grew up,
like
man.
growing up in Dagenham then?
I feel like back in the days, like almost every hood in Dagenham, in London, you had your gangs, you had people that weren't gang members but were affiliated, but then you had good people, you had normal guys. To me, I'll be real with you, everyone in London is normal, man, even your gangbangers. Civilians got it, gangbangers got it. Growing up was tough though. Then there was racism. That was a whole nother
Now talk me
ballgame.
through that. How were you able to manage that? Like, try and manage that then.
How we managed it is just being tough-skinned. I feel like we didn't get our flowers from different races, but our parents were the ones that, you know what I'm saying, they made sure we were best dressed, our hair's on point. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I gained, for me talking for myself, I gained a lot of confidence from my parents. Them making sure that I went to the barbers, I was getting education, I looked alright, I presented myself, I learned how to present myself with my parents. So,
I love that.
honestly, if I didn't have them, then there would be a higher chance that I would have accepted what, I don't want to say just the white man called me, but I would have accepted a stereotype that's not me.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. Now, secondary school, what kind of student were you? Were you the clown of the class, or you the naughty rebel that used to get kicked out? Or were you just a quiet one?
Like, fam, I have one of my bedrooms that's even about, but do you know what's crazy? Like, it's just the mandem, and the mandem are the mandem. So sometimes you're funny, sometimes it's serious, sometimes you're actually locked in at the work. I feel like growing up, everyone just knew I was the music man.
Okay.
Everyone knew, like, when it comes to spitting bars on the playground, everyone, where's Josh? I was that guy, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
I love
anything
that.
to do with music, everyone knew me for that, man. In school, the music man. But then I was just with the guys, man. Everything the guys was doing, I was doing. Going from young, going to house parties, collecting wines. You know, when the boys are holding your shoulders and, trust me, man.
No, I can't lie though. Vibes was the one. Vibes comes
Woo,
over with
hey.
the guy.
But yeah, no, honestly, the house parties, again, just doing dumb shit with the guys. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear.
No,
but
you can't.
Yeah, just doing dumb shit from knockdown ginger to playing out to just, you know what I'm saying, to just being a nuisance. But that's what kind of built the community we're in. Like, that's why it's like, even like you saw the guy that was on camera earlier, like, everyone just, it's easy to come to just approach people because the environment we're a very approachable environment. They ask, so what's going on? Someone will say, I like your hair. Being inquisitive. So yeah, man, I feel like just growing up, it's like we've built a community where everyone can kind of just be free but still know their boundaries.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So,
I feel you. I feel you. I love that, man. Now, listen, I'm hungry. You did say you're gonna meet me at the studio.
Yes.
I'll try my best not to be late.
Okay. But I got some food for you waiting in the studio.
As well.
Yeah, don't
okay,
worry.
but I want some McD's though.
Mike, have
So I'm
some
gonna-
class, huh? Have some demure. That's it. Or better yet, meet me at the studio. After the studio, what we'll do is I'll take you out to eat.
All right, cool. 10 off it. I'll try not to be late. See ya. Ooh, this is nice.
Music is really
This is giving one way. Better late than never, actually.
Hey!
So I'm late, man.
That's good.
How are you?
I'm good, and yourself? You look
Good, man.
amazing.
Thank you, man. I'm trying to be like you. First
Stop
of all,
that.
no.
Stop that.
I'm gonna play a game with you called this or that. Yeah? And I'm just gonna see how your mind thinks, okay? Yeah?
Let's get it.
Okay, cool. Jollof rice or powdered jam?
Jollof. Jollof.
Jollof out of powdered jam.
I need to be in the mood for pounding. You know what I'm saying? I'm not every day. I can eat jollof, enough every day, but pounded jam, I have to be in the mood for it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Braids or wigs?
On females. Yeah, bro, guys do that. Hey, this is a no judgment zone. You know what I'm saying? Each to their own.
But yes, on females.
That's a setup. But I'm gonna say braids.
Braids? Why though?
Because I like the natural root look. I like, you know what I'm saying, being proud of where you come from. Braids is something, it's more of a cultural statement rather than a fashion piece. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. A mansion or a penthouse?
Mansion.
Same.
Mansion, of course.
I prefer a penthouse, to be honest.
Well, then keep it cute, very
Cute,
mindful.
very cutesy and demure.
demure.
Okay, cool. Now, I know you've made so many songs. So many songs. Like, I know, but we'll talk more into that topic later, but I want to play a game called Guess Your Song.
Let's go.
Okay, you ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Out of 10 years, you passed 99.
Confidence EP. That's Badu.
Right.
Bow! Hey,
Okay, cool,
yeah!
cool. Sorry, I'm not romantic. Loving you is like a chokehold.
Loving you is like a choke. That's wait. That's gonna be my EP. What's my first track on the EP? That's gonna be my own. No, or Chargy. Wait, hold on.
You've got 10 seconds.
I'm gonna say my own. I don't do my own, baby. Think you do your own.
No, it was charging.
You
see her live? You see her live? I was sure you
know what I was thinking? Fam, your love is in a chokehold. I was thinking, clearly I'm doing my own thing at this point. But yeah, cool.
Okay. I'm an arse nigga, but I love some breast.
That's jollof, you know what I'm saying? Sweet like jollof rice. Yeah.
Okay, well done. Caribbean girls, my African girls. If you're making money, oh yeah, why now? Well.
Them too like Opo, them too like money, them too like, too like.
Okay, smart.
Hey, I'm not cheating, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
Pay the price if you want to see me.
Test me. Pay the price if you want to me. Hey, test me. Don't play with me, man. Yes, test me. Pay the price if you want to see me. Produced by Phantom. Same guy that produced Jay. So, 100%.
This is too easy for you,
come
man.
on, man.
This is
It's
too easy.
music, man. Anything sounds rhythm and a melody, we're there.
Okay, lastly, we go together truly. Efo and Egusi.
We go together truly, Apple and the goosey. Ololufemi, show my femi. Hey, gangster romance, man, for my gangster lovers.
Oh, well done. In fact,
that's like 10 out of 10.
Tap yourself on that. Well done, man. Well done.
That way.
Now, I know, I feel like you've been in the game for coming to 10 years.
Yeah.
Am I right?
First song was 2014.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And you should be very proud of yourself, to be honest. Now, I'm aware you started singing in secondary school. What or who encouraged you to start singing in school?
I feel like it's just growing up around the era of MTV bass. You know what I'm saying? Kiss, the channel AKAs, the channel U's. Seeing people like Usher and the Michael Jackson, I feel like I've just seen them is what kind of always allowed me to know that I wanted to do what they're doing. I didn't know what capacity it was going to look like. I just knew I had what they have and I got what it takes to do what they're doing. So yeah, honestly, the MTV bases, the Kiss, the channel U's, the BETs, you name it.
Okay.
What I saw is what I wanted to do. So.
And in school, was there any particular teacher that said you should?
Special shout out, and I've always said this. By God's grace, I would love to meet up with her, but Miss Churchill.
Okay.
She's the first person to ever see talent in me, bro. She made me the lead singer. She said, "No, it's him. It's him." All the honestly, all the shows we were doing that I was doing for the school at the time. We done ITV stuff. Sang for Sandy Shaw, Prince Charles.
Wow.
I was frontline. I'm saying, singing Boys to Men or Usher. You remind me.
Oh, I love Boys to Men.
So,
but
yeah, secondary school was defo the grounds that allowed me to
definitely
just
the
put my
foundation.
talent. Yeah, 100%.
I love that.
Then,
now, go on.
No.
So it was the foundation. So, as well as school, church was a big part of your music journey. And I am aware you learned how to play the piano. Can you talk me through your experience in church and how it molded you?
Alright, cool. So by the time I got to year 9, I thought singing was wet. So then that's when I didn't want to sing because I wanted to be with the bad guys and do what the bad boys are doing.
Oh,
so I knew I was still very much attached to music. So that's where I picked up keys. And I picked up keys in church. Church for me is what gave me the understanding of music. So it allowed me to understand what timing is, rhythm, harmony, chords, progressions, everything to do with music. I was planted in church. It's like I received the anointing, you know what I'm saying, to be able to understand what I'm doing and to know how to go out. So then I started gigging and whatnot, but without church I won't understand music.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
love church because when I used to go to church, not even when I used to, but like with my mum, praise and worship was everything to me. Like I was just looking forward to the praise and worship, and that leads me to my next question. What was your favorite song you loved to play when it was praise and worship time?
Oh, it's like my music now. I don't have a favorite song. It's all about how I feel in the moment.
Okay.
So my favorite song really determines how I feel in that moment. If I love a song, I can listen to it 1,000 times. Like, we grew up today, I will lift up my voice and you know what I'm saying? All of this, all of it. Like, music for me, I'll be real with you. For someone that's a British-born Nigerian, growing up, I didn't go Nigeria. So the closest things to my roots, songs, environment, everything was church. So I grew up in a white garment church. Everything Nigeria, African community, understanding of that, I learned from church. So
I love that,
yeah,
man. We love church. We love Jesus.
Handle.
Honestly. Now, obviously, I just was thinking to myself, the foundation for your love of music was church, was obviously looking at other inspiring artists on MTV Bass and so forth. What made you decide that music is what you wanted to do?
I ran away from it for a long time. So Miss Churchill and another music teacher called Miss Templar in secondary school, they wanted me to go to the Brit school. Which was in Croydon. It's a music school because for the musically gifted, it's like the X-Men of, you know what I'm saying, education for music. So I declined even applying because I just always felt like music can never feed me. And I realized with all my attempts in life, you can try so hard, but you realize there's only so far your own strength can take you. And I honestly just felt like God just kept on making me fall back to music. The thing that brought me the most consistent money, music. The biggest opportunities, the biggest stage, meeting people. Music has been my biggest platform, and I've always made the conscious choice to run away from it. Until I started seeing money and I thought, hey mom, I'm up now, you know what I'm saying? So, who inspired my sound? I'll honestly say life. I pick inspiration from everything. As a musician, learning how to play keys, I took in a lot of genres. So salsa, gospel, jazz, neo soul, R&B, contemporary, classical, you name it. I've learned to pick inspirations from a lot of things. But if I wanted to cut it down and say who are my main inspirations, there's a few. So I would say Sona.
Okay.
Why? Because Sona, people like Sona, Wizkid and Davido, they showed me that you didn't need to sing like Beyonce to see results or to, like, you know what I'm saying, head in a direction.
Yeah.
I saw them do their things, and I learned that through them. I learned all you need to do is just work with the gifts you have, and that will make the room and space for you to enter. Certain doors will open. You just need to be yourself. So if I didn't see them, there's a high chance I would be thinking in my head, I need to sound like the Justin Biebers and the Ushers and whatnot. So without them, they give me confidence to understand that now I don't need to be the best of best. I just need to be confident in what I'm working with.
I love that.
One, obviously, then there's a guy called Mr. Logo. He's a live band guy. He's a live band guy, and I've seen him from young. How he's projected his voice, his style of singing, like certain 12s, I picked up from him. And then everyone outside that circle is just life. Whether that is people like Techno, Burna Boy, Drake, Storm, Skepta. Whoa! Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many people in life that inspire. I wouldn't be half of the person I am if Skepta wasn't alive. You know what I'm saying? There's people that you need to look up to. Skepta is one of my goats. Stormzy. Stormzy is somebody that made me realize that you are allowed to put God first. You know what I'm saying? And be true to whoever your calling is. You might not be the preacher that's saying, hey guys, come to church. But he made me understand that God just needs to put his light in you. And all you need to do is be yourself, and God will do the rest. So Stormzy is a very, very, very big inspiration for me.
That inspired your sound as well.
Yeah.
That's good, man. I love that, because different artists come with different things, you know what I mean? So it's great that you've highlighted people like Sona, because Sona is actually one of the GOATs.
Facts.
I cannot say. He had me from secondary school, so he is one of the GOATs. But yeah, now your genre of music is Afrobeat, Afrobeats, Afrofusion. I know the first time you went to your homeland, Nigeria, was in 2016.
Okay, yeah.
So, so how was that experience for you? Just going to Nigeria.
I'm gonna be real with you, bittersweet. I'm gonna give you the realest and the tea of it.
Okay.
Yeah. It was bittersweet because I have very strong and powerful family in Nigeria who are very up. However, I also had to be a man out there. So I was working as well as trying to do music. So I went to Nigeria with the mindset, I'm going to blow. Why? Because I got a rich uncle. But God didn't write the story like that. My rich uncle said, I still expect you to work. So he put me in a club, and I was managing a club. And that club is called Quillox, a very big club, celebrities. I went to Nigeria with the mindset, I'm going to be popping bottles, recording tunes with the Wizkids, the Davidos, the Burners, because my uncle knows them all.
Yeah.
However, I was the boy that was bringing bottles to their table, and they knew me more as, not an artist, but more as, hey, you're his cousin, or I'm saying. So it was bittersweet because I didn't achieve what I wanted to achieve, but what I picked up from the journey was priceless. I learned a lot more about family. I learned a lot more about drive and hunger. So sorry, I have to say this. So working in the club, my shift will start at 7 p.m. And Nigerians know how to party. So the club don't finish until 7 a.m.
Jesus.
Now at 7 a.m. is the only time I had time to go studio. All the producers are sleeping at that time. So at 7 a.m. is when I now go to the studio and I'll run my sessions, record myself, test me. I record that myself at around 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll finish at 2, and then I'll just sleep for 4 hours and do the same shift. So it taught me drive.
Yeah.
You can't give up. You always, when there's a will, there's a way. No matter how tiring or how much it takes from you, you always have to push. So Nigeria built like a level of hunger in me.
I love that.
Yeah, man.
I love that. Now, you have worked with different kind of artists such as Keys the Prince, Charlie Mays, Alana Maria, Milana Black, Oxlade, and more. How has your experience been when working with these artists that has the same vision as you? Or not the same, but
I'm gonna end up talking bears about God, because the honest truth is I don't orchestrate things. Like the Charlie Mace the Keys, they've been brothers before we've even entered studio before. You know what I'm saying? However, I didn't orchestrate the studio day. The day we even recorded Owner, none of us planned that we're going to. None of us woke up that morning saying we're going to record a song together.
It just happened.
It happened. It happened off the back of even something else, but yeah, nothing. Oxlade, I did it. Bizzle, shout out Bizzle times a million. Bizzle and Tolu, they had the vision for that. They just said, "Hey, come studio." We never knew that was the song we were gonna record. So yeah, man.
I love that song though.
What? So honestly, I don't orchestrate anything. Everything's organic, and I've just learned to just show up when the opportunity and the doors open. So that's all I've been doing.
I love that. Now, I have noticed that international Afrobeat artists have only started working with UK Afrobeat artists.
Recently.
For example, King Promise working with Gabsy and J.O. working with Bella Shmurda. Now, this might be a tough question for you to answer, but I really just want you to be honest. Do you think international African artists take UK Afrobeat artists as seriously?
No.
No?
No, they don't.
Oh.
Everything is still... It's business though. That's why I don't blame them. It needs to be mutually beneficial because they already have motion. It's only people that have heart for the genre to grow that will be like, I want to be involved. However, it's so crazy, not to at anyone, but it's like David Doe brought out RD in his O2 a few years back. I can tell David Doe was not RD's biggest fan. However, RD had motion at that time because of body. So everything is still businessy rather than for the good and the growth of the culture. My humble opinion.
Yeah.
So I feel like the people back home need to look at us like, we are the diaspora, we are seeds, we are products of the foundations they've laid. And we've brought it over here and we are putting our twang and our language and our lingo and how we sound to it. I feel like they should be in support of it. But I feel like they only support things that is attached to money or clout rather than the actual activity of what's being done. I feel like what we're doing here is actually history. There's nobody in the UK that could say, yo, my parents come from this country and I'm still representing them proudly in our own way from here. I feel like that's something Nigerians, Africa should be proud of that. But time will tell. We're still in our early stages. I feel like they're only still just recognizing us and our talent, and they're just embracing us. Like a few years ago, you being British, the fact they knew you're from here, they won't take you serious. They just feel like your brain is not as sharp as theirs. You know what I'm saying? So time will tell where growth and understanding will be put in play, where they can actually see, face value what we're doing over here.
I hope so too, because we have so many amazing UK Afrobeat artists, and I really want them to just get with the motion, because we're coming.
I feel like we're creating our own motion.
Yeah.
That's the honest truth. Like, if a lot of the people that are doing collabs, they're only doing collabs because they're seeing that whatever artist already has motion. J.O. had motion. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I feel like all over the world, not just Africa, everyone is looking into the UK. They like how we talk, our culture, our slang, our lingo, everything about us. They're really taking in. Like, I feel like in everyone's rollout plan, everyone factors in the UK. We need the UK's confirmation for us to have a successful rollout plan.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Okay. So what artists would you like to work with in the future?
I have so many, man. I have like...
Just name about 5. That would do.
Rema.
Yeah.
Because that would just be... I'd love to work with Stormzy. It will be wholesome. I'd love to work with Skepta. That'll be wholesome. Wizkid, and I would actually put Burna Boy there.
Yeah.
They'll be my 5. But again, that's just... Yeah,
we're manifesting that. Yeah. That's what you've said it.
You've
said it, or we've said it here on Vicky.
You guys are going to watch this in a few years' time and be like, rah! Yeah, cool. That's me, man.
Now, what is next for Adejosh?
What is next for Adejosh is I've been working on a project.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. When is that coming out?
It's not coming out anytime soon.
It's not coming. It's coming out next year, or
it might be next year. It might not be next year.
Okay,
I'm just
say
on
that.
a body.
Just say that then.
So I've been working on a body of work, but I'm trying to lead my. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to lead myself into album mode. I've always.
It's okay. Gas.
I've always told myself that I want to be at a certain level when I get to album mode, and I realized that that's not what an album is. An album is a truth about the season or a message you're trying to put across through a body of work. So I feel like I've been through things, and I feel like God's been doing things, and I feel like I have quite a lot to say about myself, how I was raised, the things I've been through. I feel like I can actually educate through music and let people know that, hey, you can do this. So yeah, man, I'm trying to work on, I've got projects there, but I would like to take the step into album mode.
So yeah, so an album soon.
By God's grace. Then my headline show with it.
Amen.
Trust me. Ooh.
I love that.
Trust me.
Adejosh, it was absolutely amazing speaking to you.
Peace, love, and blessings.
Fed me a lot of knowledge, some nuggets, and you know, I wish you nothing but the best.
Likewise.
Yeah? Likewise.
Times a million. Bow.
It's your girl Vicky with the vibes and Adejosh over and out.
That way.